Hey, this is Mike McCready, your host on episode 93 of the Hookblast Podcast. Episode 93 is the last of Season 5, and I'm rolling it out a couple days later than usual because, well, there was a party here in New York City where everyone got COVID. Well, but not me, because I'm triple vaxxed, and I wasn't invited. Anyway, I got all caught up in the holiday spirits and ended up overdosing on candy canes again, and well, that really laid me up for a couple days, and I couldn't get the podcast out. This is the podcast where we discover a few new catchy songs. You add the ones you love to your own streaming playlists, or follow mine at hookblast.com. You rock out all week, and the next week we repeat. Well, since this is the last episode of Season 5, I wanted to extend a special thank you to Rick Rocker, who wrote and performs the title track to this podcast this season. It's the song you're hearing now behind me. It's called Love Turn. When I come back next season, we'll have a new song to kick off each episode. I got kicked out of a meeting for telling everyone, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Apparently they don't appreciate that analogy at AA meetings. Anyway, let's play some hooks. You come across so sure of your world. Starting off the show this week is a song by New York-based artist Seneko with his song 69 Camero. Careful there, you're digging deep. Better quit and cut your losses. Pity those considered weakest links. It ain't about what you say you think, but what you really think. So what do I see in you? Your cynic's point of view. Maybe I just like your 69 Camero. That's Seneko with his 69 Camero. But that's not why the women like him. Well, they like him because he can play guitar. So after this season, the Hookblast Podcast is going to take a break until February 14th, 2022. You know, this coming Valentine's Day. Well, we've been doing the show every week since July 4th, 2020, and well, I can't thank you enough for continuing to tune in to the great music we play here each week. Over that time, the show has been the top trending show in Brazil a time or two, the top trending music podcast in the world a time or two, and it's topped the music charts in the music podcast charts in Turkey and India. And it's consistently been in the top 200 in the US and the UK. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for listening. Okay, up next on the show is artist Matt Bidoglia with his song called It's Not My Decision. I used to know how Matt felt. Most of my decisions weren't really mine. But now I make all the decisions in our house. I even got my wife's permission to say so. Everybody tells me, man, you have to react. But it's not my decision. Help me, Mom, I'm trying to throw off these chains. Listen, Mama, there's so few things I want to say. When the fear and the blame make the shades of these days, I wouldn't like to have to show my face. When the fear and the dark try to light up my days, sometimes it would be better to run away. Well, that song has a great bluesy groove, doesn't it? Well, on the heels of that is a song by Odella called For a Better Year. I don't know about you, but I had to end my tradition of always going for a jog on New Year's Eve. The ice kept falling out of my glass, so I won't be doing that this year. Anyway, here's to hoping for a better year.
Knowing these feelings are precious when we're far apart, believing in something so endless. You're always in my heart. Soon we'll be together. Time is growing near. There'll be hope and happy tears for a better year.
As you know, the Hookblast Podcast is brought to you by Music Xray.
Of the ocean.
MusicXray.com is where musicians go to get their music heard by top professionals in the music industry, and where they can get their songs placed into commercial opportunities or even get signed to a record label deal. Music Xray works with major and independent labels, as well as music supervisors from around the world. New musician users can apply Hookblast21 at checkout as the promo code. Okay, next up is a song about being able to recognize when you found the right someone. This is Liz Graham with Heart to Heart.
You looked around the world, you finally found the girl. You knew you got it made. You can even count the ways she takes your hand, navigates up front, where she's getting through. Your thoughts, your attitude, you have never felt this way before. You wanna be sure, listen to your heart. Your heart knows what to say. Follow with your heart. Your heart will show the way. You don't have to feel anything if you let your heart show the way. Listen to your heart. Follow with your heart.
Before we jump into the last song of the last episode of Season 5 of the Hookblast Podcast, I want to thank and recognize the team that makes this show. It's curated by Courtney Minor, and it's edited and produced for audio and video by Jesse McCoy. Co-writers on this season have been Shlomi Haas and Steve North. Legal has been with John Benamarito, and of course, all the musicians and performers whose songs inspire this show. We decided to finish this show with an artist who goes by the name, a name similar to our show, but of course no relation. This is Hooklust with Sekai Heiwa, or World Peace. And hey, maybe it's just me, but I think we could start giving the Grinch a break next holiday season, because it's gotta be hard to have a good attitude when people are constantly singing songs about what a jerk you are. Just saying. That's a great happy feeling song to end the show with today. Dan Konopka from OK Go played drums on that song. He said it was one of the more joyful songs he'd ever worked on. Okay, that's all the time we have for episode 93 of the Hookblast Podcast. All songs are used with the permission of the rights holders. Please share this episode with someone in your life who can use a few new catchy songs in theirs. You always know who they are. And I'll catch you right back here on February 14th. And in the meantime, keep checking your subscription feed because we might release a surprise here and there between now and then. Okay. Bye-bye.